We're going to have a look around Boise. Just to note, today, October the 21st, the Wiktionary word of the day is hoverboard.
There are a lot of flies in Idaho. I think it's probably due to the cattle. It's very sunny even though it's cold.
So, minor difference, that doesn't happen in England, generally.
They have Boise State University, Trader Joe's.
We are at the Idaho State Capitol building. It has bows on it. So we are going to visit the Basque Centre. Now, from what I understand, the Basque region is mostly in Spain and some of it's in France. The Basque people speak a language that is unrelated to any other European language. For example, the word for love in the Romance languages is amor or amore. In Germanic languages is love and liebe. In the Slavic languages, well, in Polish it's miłość, and it's probably something similar in the other Slavic languages. But in Basque, it's maitasun. I probably didn't pronounce that correctly. I think this is some Basque food here. We've got this. What dish is this?
Paella. Boise actually has the most Basque per capita outside of Spain.
So open is Iraqi.
Why are there lots of Basque people in Idaho?
In the Basque, Spanish side of the Basque country, there's the law of primogeniture, so only one child can inherit the farm. And so if you have 8 children, that means you have 7 who need a new job. So they had to immigrate outside of the Basque country. And some came through this area and got jobs herding sheep because they didn't need to speak English. They didn't need any capital to set up a business. You know, they were provided a wagon or a tent or something up in the mountains for 7 months out of the year. And eventually they moved into being sheep owners. We don't have really extremes of weather. People are really friendly. If you like nature, there's a lot of nature. You know, we don't have the floods and we don't have the hurricanes. We very seldom have earthquakes. In my whole lifetime, I think there have been 2.
Like if I say my name is Andoni, welcome to Boise in Basque. Kaixo Nerishina da Andoni Artiach, Oingetori Boise da.
That's fantastic. And that is not at all like Spanish. That is a unique language.
The Basque country goes into France as well, so southern part of France and the northern part of Spain, you have the Romance languages, so it's completely different, which doesn't have Latin roots.
And you have a flag as well. Right?
Yes. If you follow me over here, you'll see this is the Basque flag here.
Yes. That kind of looks like the Union Jack.
One other thing too is that the Basque language, according to the National Geographic, is the oldest language spoken still today, older than Latin. Yeah.
Do you get people from Spain visiting Boise?
Yes,
from the
absolutely, all
Basque
the time.
region. Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because they must be curious as to hear Americans speak their language.
People from the Basque country have been migrating here since late 1800s, early 1900s. There's a tie between the Basque government and the Boise City government.
Is this city twinned with?
Guernica in the Basque country is the twin city of Boise.
Do you actually say Basque in Basque?
Euskaraz. If I was to talk about the Basque country in Basque, I would say Euskadi. There's still tensions, you know, between the Basque region and Spanish government. The Basques were there before the Spaniards were there. We had Franco, Adolf Hitler's generals come in and bomb the city of Guernica. My grandmas were in that bombing. After that, that's kind of when Spaniards came in and took over. They renamed it probably País Vasco, but their true original name is Euskadi.
The first way to destroy a culture is to take their language.
Yeah, both my grandmas were thrown in jail for speaking Basque in public. So they did try to make the language and culture extinct. So what they've done recently, came up with one universal language called Batua, which is Basque. They've taken all the dialects, kind of added them together, and so that way they can say this is the one official language of the Basque and teach it and pass it on to kids. In fact, we have classes here that young kids can attend all the way up through adulthood to learn Basque.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's
Keep
the
it
way
alive. So right across the street here, you have the Basque Cultural Center. So we have dancing, the monthly dinner, Basque Club, and stuff. So, but the Basque culture is still very alive here in Boise, Idaho.
They've got a lot of rivers here. I think that's why they have that river sculpture. Bike lane.
Boise is surrounded by mountains.
Okay, I just got pulled over by a policeman because apparently I was going over the yellow line and my road position wasn't good, and he was checking whether I was on drugs or intoxicated. He actually explained, he said a lot of people come to the western states that have legalised cannabis, and it means that they get a lot of drug driving. So I think that the states that border states that have legalised cannabis are now paranoid because drivers are essentially intoxicated.
And in Idaho, you can go 80.
But not when you're on drugs. So we are at the Snake River Canyon. We're looking for somewhere to live, so...
This is a good place.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
People here are pretty nice.
Not too small, but not too big.
Right.
It's growing really fast.
You have a target.
We do.
So,
You wouldn't believe how many places don't. That's a good sign.
yeah. This looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And then that's the Prime Bridge. Or,
Yeah, they jump off of the base jump off.
In here, it seems like you guys have good weather too.
Yes, it's nice here.
They have quite good weather here. It's 69 out in the middle of October.
There are lots of them. We are at the Shoshone Falls in Twin Falls, Idaho. They don't look like they've got that much water. Most of this rock is dry, so I wonder if we're in the dry season. I think that's a pigeonhole. Ooh. They also have little falls. Right, I'm going to try some. Not bad. Fresh.
This is a lake that's set up to behave like a pool. It's also very pretty.
It echoes!
Wobbles.
And these are some houses in Twin Falls.
This looks quite nice. We're watching Back to the Future 2.
And this is the year 2015?
October 21st, 2015.
You weren't kidding.
That's today's date. So we stayed the night in Best Western Twin Falls and it was very nice. Pool was excellent, and today we're going to Idaho Falls.
So we are going northeast up toward Montana, and it is flat farmland.
People here are quite political. This sign says "Get the USA out of the UN." That's quite
Dramatic.
yes. And don't tread on me. I have hats with that on. I missed it, but we've done 18,000 miles. We've actually done 18,018 miles. We are at American Falls. Idaho has lots of falls. This one is a hydroelectric dam. And here is the electricity things that plug into it. You see, I know all the terminology. There are many flies here. American Falls is also a city. These are some of the houses. Yeah.
Looks like a nice town.
So we're staying at the Best Western Cotton Tree Inn in Idaho Falls. I just noticed that there's written $25 where the dollar sign's afterwards. Is this normal? I thought the dollar sign, like other currency symbols, goes before the number. As it's October 22nd, 2015, the day after Back to the Future 2 Day, we can see in USA Today, on the front page it has an article saying youth jailed, Marty McFly Jr. arrested for theft. The whole page is dedicated to Back to the Future 2. And an advert for Jaws 19. I think we're approaching Montana. Those mountains are in Montana.
Chris, what did you think of Idaho?
I liked Idaho. It's quite rural, but it's very pretty. I wasn't expecting it to have quite as many interesting things in it, mainly because I knew absolutely nothing about it. I did eat a lot of potatoes there. It's known for potatoes. What did you think?
I thought it was much prettier than I expected because, like you, I knew nothing about it. And people were very friendly, and I really liked the climate. I thought it was very pleasant and easy to do things in. The only downside was all the cattle seemed to cause a lot of flies.
Idaho's good. I think it would be a great place to go on holiday. It's very nice.